Hello Africa family, brothers and sisters. Do you know that President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda rejected US military base in Uganda, while a neighboring country of Kenya accepted US 12 military base in Manda Bay? Museveni said no. The reason behind Museveni has expressed in this video why he rejected US military base in Uganda.
The Americans came here and the British and these Western countries, and they said, we want to help you build your army. We said, but we have already built the army. That's how we defeated the government. So we don't want to be over-involved with you people. We can have share some experience. That's all. So that's why you find that we don't have foreign bases here, foreign armies here, based in Uganda, because we didn't need them. We said, foreign armies, what? We can defend ourselves. We don't need anything from anybody. If we need knowledge, we can come and learn and come back. And then we had, of course, they normally, when you hear these African countries getting problems, Niger, this one, Burkina Faso, Mali, Central African Republic, they get problems because of that over-involvement with foreigners in the issue of security. So you can take one example. There's what they call SOFA. SOFA, S-O-F-A, means Status of Forces Agreement. If foreign forces are in Uganda, how should they be handled? So the Americans and the British brought their SOFA to me. So when our forces are here, if they make a mistake, they should not be tried here. They should be tried in the US. Why? Then I said, okay, can we make it reciprocal? So that if our own people are in the US, they make a mistake, they are brought back here. I said, no. So I said, Then even at one time, I was trying to compromise with them. I said, okay, I can, if somebody fights in the bar, I don't mind, you can take him and try him in California. But what if he kills a Ugandan or rapes a Ugandan girl? There's no way we can say that you take him away to be tried somewhere else. There's no way. So they said, no, but you see other countries are doing it. I said, if other countries are doing it, that's their business, but not us. So we have never signed a single SOFA with anybody in all the time we've been here. So they just come and go, we refuse it. So now that business of Africans can do everything, we can do it ourselves. We don't need Uganda here, well managed, can be an interesting reference point for the rest of Africa and for the rest of the black people.
Yes, welcome back, family. You heard a lot from President Yoweri Museveni why he rejected US 12 military base in Uganda. So also Museveni has spoken about what is going on in the Middle East. She's kept quiet for a long time, but this week Museveni break out and speaking the truth and Here is what Museveni said.
UAE are our friends, the Qataris are our friends, the Saudis, the Americans. And when they were fighting last year, I put out, you know, I am chairman of the non-aligned movement. Up to now, I am still chairman. But when the fighting started last year, I first kept quiet. I didn't want. But after some time, I issued a statement. My staff can get that statement and give it to the people who are here, where I really externalized what we have been talking quietly with all these people. You will read it. But the whole problem starts with what we call in English chauvinism. Chauvinism. Buli omu okulowooza nti yeyeka. Everybody thinks she's the one who is most important. So that's why we have got that huge problem. You can see now the destruction, the dangers. I discussed with the Iranians, with all of them, the leaders, Ahmadinejad, Raisi, the one who was here, all of them, Hashemi Rafsanjani. I was saying, you people, the Iranians, why don't you recognize Israel? They said Israel does not belong here. It is not, it is a transplant in the Middle East. I said, no. Me, I know this part of the world from the Bible. You are all mentioned in the Bible. The Jews are mentioned, the Persians are mentioned. There's another group called Medians. The Philistines, Palestinians are mentioned. Goliath was a Palestinian. Why don't you? So I told them, you should accept Israel, so that we implement the two-state solution. Then I go to Netanyahu, who is a good friend of mine. He has come here many times. We're in this house here with him and the president of Sudan. General Burhan. We were here. We had a meeting here. I said, why don't you recognize Palestine? Why? The two-state solution. Because of course, for them they say, initially the Palestinians, the Arabs did not accept the two-state solution. It is true that in one of the conferences, Khartoum conference, the Arabs had said, no recognition, no what, that line. But since that time, they have accepted. You Israel, why don't you implement this? They can't. You don't know why. They say, oh, this one, they say this, but you can see they are very reluctant to accept the two-state solution. Then our friend the Americans, the use of force in this area, this area. In that statement, I gave the history of all these mistakes. So therefore, I want to congratulate you, Ugandans, because when we told you, please avoid sectarianism, reject sectarianism, love all Ugandans, irrespective of their differences. You listened. I want to thank you. That's why, ever since 1994, ever since 1980, when we started elections, the NRM was always winning on the first round. We have never gone for the second round. Why? Because you all agreed that the message of unity was better than the other message of sectarianism. So when you see the suffering in the Middle East, you can see the consequences of that area is very rich, very rich. But you can see the politics disturb the whole area.
Of course, yesterday I shared a video about Malema and the Kwasi Platter of Ghana. In that video, Kwasi Platter expressed the conditions that are inside in the contracts between Ghana and the United States of America, that those soldiers, US soldiers who are in US military base in Ghana, when they commit crime, they're not tried in Ghana. They have to be tried in the United States of America. But when Ghanaian committed or committing crime in the US, they have to be tried in US. You see this double standard. So Museveni rejected that issue, that how is it possible that when you are a soldier or soldiers committing crimes, we are not responsible to punish them. So it means you are going to have a military personnel that you don't have power to control them. What if they can conduct treason? They can involving in coup. It means you have no power to fight them. That's why you have seen in many African countries, these military bases are being used to destabilize countries and African leaders as no power. You know, when Traore, Goita, Abdulrahman Chan expelled France, a military base in those countries in Sahel, some said, you know, they don't want cooperation. No, it's not about cooperation, it's about sovereignty. And that's why you heard President Museveni spoken loudly and clear that these people are not loyal. They are not real. If you have something to add or to share, please do so through the comment section. Also share this message to other Africans here in the continent and to those who are in the diaspora. After that, let me say, have a nice time. See you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa. Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make Africa great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.